Hello everybody, this is Brian from Bit4Byte, helping you use your computer just a little bit better. So let's get started. Today we're going to do a tutorial on how to use Windows Backup. So hopefully you back up your data, because if you lose your data or you lose your pictures and music and that type of thing, you probably wouldn't be too happy. So there's a program that's built into Windows called Windows Backup. So if you have Windows 7, what you would do is you'd go to your control panel and you would find it in there. If you have Windows 10, which I do on here, I would right click on the start menu, not left click like this, but right click, and I go up here to control panel, right above File Explorer, and it gives me the control panel. If your control panel looks like this, then you can come up here to the category and hit pull down and choose small icons, and it'll bring it back to this where you can see every item. If we look through here, you can find Backup and Restore Windows 7. So what that means is that if you have Windows 7, this will look identical. So we click on that, and here is the Windows Backup screen. We have some different options here, and it says Windows Backup has not been set up. If you've never used Windows Backup on your computer, then you will see this message. So we go over here to Set Up Backup. It's going to load up the program. While that loads, I'm going to mention that you should have some type of backup hard drive that you're using. I'd recommend using a USB external hard drive. And if I go click on my computer, you'll see that I have that. Here I have my C drive. This is another hard drive in my computer. And over here I have my external backup. That's a USB Seagate hard drive, which you can find on my Amazon store. So I have that plugged in. Okay, first screen here is select where you want to save your backup. In some backup programs, if you used them before, sometimes usually they'll have what do you want to back up first. In this case, keep in mind they're asking the first thing of where you want to save your backup. So in this particular case, I want to save it to my USB external, which you can see right here is already selected. So go here and choose which drive you want. If you're saving it on a network, you can do this right here. Hit next. We have let Windows choose or let me choose. This you can do either way. I prefer to say let me choose because then that way I make sure I get exactly what I want to back up. Hit next. Okay, so here you can see data files. So these are the files that are in my documents, my pictures. So if you use my documents and my pictures, this would be good enough. But if you don't, which I don't, store them on my other drive, this wouldn't work for me. So I'm going to uncheck these, and here you can back up your full hard drives if you wanted. So I can expand this down. I can select individual folders if I want, or I can just grab the whole hard drive. And in this case, I'm just going to grab my whole D drive because that's where I store all my data. Okay? So I'm going to grab the full D drive because that's where I have all my data on my computer. For most of you, would probably be the C drive. And that would back up your operating system and all your data on your C drive and everything. We can also include a system image if we want to. You can uncheck system image is useful if you have some type of virtual machine or things like that where you can include it. But mainly make sure that you have your drive selected where you want to back up your data. Hit next. This here gives you a summary of what you're going to back up. So again, I'm backing up my D drive, all my files on there, and I included a system image. Here's a cool little feature. You can do a schedule. So this way, currently it's set for every Sunday at 7 p.m. to do this backup. And then that way you're constantly backed up every week and you don't have to go in and manually do it. You can also go in here and change your schedule. As you can see, I can do daily, weekly, monthly. I can choose what day during the week I want and even what time. Okay, I can choose any time of day I want. So I'm just going to put it back to what it was. And then once you're all done here, everything's completed, you would go here and you choose Save Settings and Run Backup. Okay, and it's going to go through here, and as you can see, it's going through and starting the backup. Now, depending on how much stuff you have to back up, this may take a while or it may happen pretty quick. So I'm going to cancel this for the moment. And I'm going to go back into Restore. Now, let's say you made your backup and you wanted to do a restore. Okay? What you would do here is, let me cancel this real quick. Stop backup. Stop. Okay, stopping, so it's going to take a second here. All right, so it gave me an error, obviously, because I didn't complete the backup. But now let's say you completed your backup and you wanted that down the road, you actually wanted to restore it. So what we would do is we go over here to Restore, and we would choose, we click on Restore, and it's going to go look for backups that were created. Now, I don't have any, obviously, because we just canceled that. But that's where you would go to restore your files or restore from your whole backup. So that's a quick tutorial on how to use Windows Backup that's built into Windows 7 and Windows 10, which you can grab from the control panel. So thank you for watching. Again, this is Bit for Byte, helping you use your computer a little better. Please subscribe to my channel and watch more of my videos.